Obviously there's more work to it, of course, but I was like, I can do that. That's something that I can do. So yeah, it was something that I worked my business on my lunch breaks. I worked my business anytime that I would normally scroll on my phone anyways.
Because they had to perform to their KPI, their key performance indicator, or they had to make sure they reported in tomorrow. It left such a mark on me that I thought I would love
a lot. I just swapped that out to build my business, and I wanted to do that. I was actually excited every single day to get home and build my business and work on my business, and it lit this fire in me, this spark of like
others how you can do this differently, how you could have stayed for the drink but connected more and created such a deep connection that someone would have bought from you or remembered you or introduced you to
have something where when I go to work on it, I'm building my future. Where when I'm going to my jobs, like, yes, I'm going to make a paycheck in 2 weeks, but I'm not going anywhere. I wasn't fulfilled by anything. I was like, I'm just going to spend this on rent and my student loans and food. Like, this is
their network, people that you would have liked to have known because you connected with them. The currency of connection, it's the value of connecting to someone else. It is
really helping me, but even though I wasn't making much with Arbonne at the start, right? It's a slow start for most. I was so freaking excited. My first paycheck was $12, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it just
your energy. And when you own your energy, you realize you have your currency, you have all the money, the wealth and abundance within you. It's in you. But you have to live
every single small win and step along the way, and just the moment when you finally understand this business model is just kind of life-changing. So that's what it looked like for me at the time.
It took me a year to understand that.
Wow, really?
I call it delusional world, with your rules, how you want to run your life. And when you run your life by your rules, you decide that life is easy. You decide.
The mentors that have influenced you on your success journey.
Or muses. Or muses.
Ben likes the word muses.
Yes, great question. And also, just as I'm listening to both of you and how you got started in tennis art,
how many clients you want. You decide that every phone call you make, everyone says yes. You decide that you are serving in who you truly be. And if you're doing that, if you have the energies of God, source, flowing through you, for you, to you.
Just refresh. It's been a little while. It's so incredible to hear people with such different backgrounds, and you're both, even before Arbonne, highly successful people. And like, it's really incredible to see both of you, and with the backgrounds that you have.
Of course success is yours. You cannot fail. You've just got to undo the paradigm, the collective paradigm that keeps you in lack, scarcity, doubt, worry, shame. It's just a different way of doing life. So being a hamster and getting off the wheel now,
to take this on. And also, it just goes to show that when you love your life already, and already successful people who have that love for what they do and what they get to do are obviously also really great at Arbonne. I just think you're both really amazing examples of that. So I love to hear your stories as well.
It's yours. It's available to you. And you can reach out to Ben, to you, Tanis, because you've done that. You, Tanis, came off the hamster wheel. You've proven what you can do to have a beautiful life and be a really present mother and business owner, because you've decided how you want your business to flow and go.
Some of my mentors, I've had a few over the years. Of course, my direct mentor, my upline, who are in Australia, who I can't wait to meet one day. They're absolutely incredible, and their online mentoring that we do together. I have a lot of, I call them like virtual mentors. So something that I do, and this is kind of like a business tip that has really helped me in my journey.
A decision like that It's just a decision.
You see that decision and you use the word present, which I didn't, that is really so much what it's about for me, is being able to be present. And I have to tell a little story, although I know we're getting close to our time, because what your story
find, people who post a lot, and this might be why I post so much, but I find people who have the level of success that are you coming into the, you have something?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
He's going to say he's one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I love it. I'll just like kind of creep them. Like I'll watch everything that they do, and I love to study people. So I watch what they do, what they say, what they read, how they talk, how they do things. I really like to study and then replicate what I'm seeing.
Spoke to me, and I had an experience where I was in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, 2 weekends in a row, back-to-back conferences. It was just a one-day conference. One day was actually an Arbonne conference, and it was people connect a lot at Arbonne conferences. The following Saturday, I was there in the same space, and it was a psychiatry conference and risk management, I remember. And at the lunch hour, I sat at a table where the previous week there was conversations, people were connecting. So I literally sat at a table of 8 people, and no one was talking. And what happened was, and I was able to ask a few questions of people.
My favorite way to learn. So I have a lot of obviously inspirations within my own company, like Tanis, you, Goltaj, Krista, just the women around me who are at the top level of the company. You guys were like my first, like the first time I actually got to see a national vice president in person. Like that was when I met you guys, which was obviously a really big moment for me as, an area manager at the time. And people even just in different network marketing companies who show up a lot online. I really love Jessie Lee Ward. I really love Emily Vavra. I don't know if you guys know these names, but they're very, very successful in the profession, but people that I really love to watch and learn from. I love Debbie Neal, which you guys know Debbie Neal.
I do, but I don't know if Ben does yet.
I heard the name before. I heard the name. Hold on. I heard the name.
You gotta know Deb. Yeah,
okay.
she was one of the first.
And then to actually introduce them to each other and have them to have a conversation. And I still remember these 2 psychiatrists were sitting side by side. It turned out that they were both from Belarus. They both had worked in forensic psychiatry. They had so much in common. And as soon as I said, oh, he's from Belarus too, you have to talk, they were talking the rest of the lunch hour. But that gets lost when you are on that hamster wheel that doesn't allow for connection, which I hadn't quite put that all together like that. So I want to thank you for that.
When I started my business, and I just love her. I love the passion in her voice and just how she speaks like so passionately. And she's an executive national vice president for Wide, I'm pretty sure. I'm like very, very successful. So she's a muse, a mentor to me as well. Someone says Annie Graft is a rock star too. Yeah, she is.
Yes, she is.
Rock star.
Yes, she
yes.
is.
There's so many people, but those are the immediate ones I can think of.